Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the BYGD brand. You can see the logo right there. This is their 200 watt car power inverter. Takes DC in 12 volts, converts it to 110, 115 volts AC here. It has two AC outlets. It has 4 USB ports. 5 volts at 2.4 amps. So you can charge your USB devices, your mobile phones, anything that uses USB. It also has a little cover, and it has another cigarette lighter adapter in case you wanted to run another product that uses a cigarette lighter adapter, and that's nice. I love the profile of this, by the way, because of the horizontal profile. Fits really nice on the console of a car. Now you notice it has a mode button, power button right there. You hold for a couple of seconds to turn on and off. Status indicator. And you can see this little fan right there. And you can see an intake port right over there. And that allows the air to flow in. And then there is the fan. And that's important for cooling. And it comes with a little instruction manual to help you out here. Now the port, it also has a Type-C port, 5 volts at 2.4 amps. Right there, so you can get yourself a USB-C to USB-C cable and directly charge your phone devices. That's another option you have right there. I'll have a link for that in the description so you can order those also. So this is made out of fire-resistant ABS plastic, and it's a quiet fan, so it won't disturb you, and it has unique protection inside. Internal has short circuit protection, low voltage in case your battery gets low, it'll shut off because you don't want to drain your car battery. Has overcharge in case this gets too high from your alternator being defective, and over voltage also, and overload protection, so it'll kick on, the fan will kick on when it needs to, but typically it'll come on when you start producing, drawing more than 70 watts, then this fan will come on. And this will increase the strength of the fan based on your wattage, but it'll protect the electronics, and it'll kick this off, and you can let it cool down, and then after it cools down, you'll be able to run this again. This is a very nice portable size. It's 9.4 by 1.8 by 2.4 inches. It's lightweight. It's just about a pound, and again the profile is unique because it's got that horizontal profile. I've reviewed a lot of circular ones and they're not as easy to use. This looks like it'll work really well, the size of it. So the way these inverters work is that you can put a AC power device right there, as well as all those ports that I mentioned, as long as you keep the wattage under 200. And by using a kilowatt meter, which is something that I own right here, you could measure the wattage of everything you're going to be using. I'll give you an example of that of a food processor. So you want to make sure that you don't over exceed the wattage of this. This company provides an 18-month warranty and superior customer service after sales. Just contact them on Amazon and they'll help you. So this is a unique looking also. It looks really high tech to me, just the shape of it overall and the size, and it is lightweight. Now this has a nice long cord on here. Looks like it's about almost 4 feet, and we're going to be testing this out on various pieces of equipment to see how it works. A good thing to use is to get one of these kilowatt meters, then you can measure the wattage so that you know how much energy something's using. There we're showing about 44 watts with no load. Now if you put a load in there, it's a little bit more, but it gives you an idea of how much power so you know what to put on that inverter safely. So I'm going to be testing this device using a power supply, which I have set to 13.8 volts, representing what's in your car when you have alternator going. And that is the current right there. So if I I've got that going to a female cigarette lighter and plug that right in just like that. And now the unit is powered as if it's plugged into the car. So I'm going to hold that little switch right there a couple seconds, and you see that the green LED has come on, and now this should be operating. And we can monitor the current on this power supply also, just get an idea. So I'm going to try this for a couple different things. First thing I'm going to try is I have a food processor right here, which I've measured the power, and it should be about 30 watts or so. So I'm going to plug that right into the adapter, the BYGD adapter right there, and I'm going to see if this works. And you can see that it's functioning as a food processor. And now if I look at the power, the current right there, see that it's drawing 2 amps from your outlet of your car. So that works fine. Fan hasn't kicked on because this is still low power. Next thing I'm going to try as an example is I have a nice rotating house fan. You can also use this in your RV or your car. And I'm going to power this up using the BYGD inverter. So there goes the fan, and it's rotating. Now this fan draws about 50 watts. And again, the unit is working. Let's take a look at the current right here. And you see it's drawing about 2.3 amps at 13.8 volts. So that shows that it's very efficient because it's not drawing a lot of current to operate this fan. What's nice is that you can really power anything that is 150, 120 volts. So even if you have like one of these blocks which has more USB adapters and AC plugs on there, you can plug this in right here, just like that. And then you have the ability to put anything else on the AC there as well as that. In this case, I have a charging power supply right there that I could charge my phone right there. Now, I could also take this out totally if I wanted to, and I could plug this directly into the USB ports. There's 4 on here, just like that, and then I get the charge of my phone. And you could charge other devices too. Let's say you have a whole bunch of other devices that need to be charged. Here's an example right here. Here is a LED light, and you could use one of the 4 ports there. So with 4 cables, you could charge 4 different devices, and the 5th one could be the USB Type-C. You could be charging your phone or whatever device uses that also, providing you have that cable. So very flexible what you can do with this because it has so many different ports on here and AC power also. So I've demonstrated that you could use it for a fan and for a food processor. So if you have an RV and you have some appliances that use AC, you can go ahead and use them. And you could gang these up. You use extension cords if you want to, short ones, and turn this into more outlets if you wanted to. Just keep the power under 200 watts and you'd be okay. Peaks beyond that is okay, but the average should be 200 watts or less. And again, it has that internal protection in there and thermal protection that will kick on. And if it shuts down, this will start blinking. There's a status indicator on there. So blink red, just let it cool down and you'll be okay. And then run it again. Just keep that total power average under 200 watts and you'll be fine. And I want to point something else out about all these inverters that are being sold on Amazon, even if you don't have this turned on, you can see that the green LED is turned off. I want to show you that it still draws a slight amount of current right there, 0.018 amps. So keep that in mind, that if you're not using the device, or whether you have this powered on and you have it plugged into your automobile cigarette lighter, you're going to be drawing energy even if you're not plugging anything in. So you don't want to leave this running and drain your battery. You want your alternator running and turn it on when you're using the device. And when you're not using the device, unplug it from your cigarette lighter adapter in your RV or your car. So what's my overall impression about the BYGD brand, their 200 watt car power inverter? Takes DC and 12 volts, it makes 115, 120 volts out right here, with fan USB ports, USB-C port, and cigarette lighter port. I like this product. I love the profile of it. I love the way it worked, the quietness of it. Works in your car perfectly. This is a reliable product. I'm going to give it a full 5-star rating on my channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to alert you to new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.